Hello, it is me. I am posting again because something pretty big has happened, and it's very exciting. Don't mind the crazy hair. I just woke up from a nap, so. But the important part is that I am having top surgery very soon, which is very exciting. It was something that I didn't think would happen very soon. I thought it would happen. Like, I've been researching, I've been trying to contact surgeons and find somebody who would work with my BMI and my Medicaid at the same time. And I finally found somebody, and I'm very excited. It is happening on June the 2nd. And then right after that, a month later, I start a new job. So, things are moving. Things are moving like crazy, and it's just kind of nuts that everything is happening all the time, all at once. I want to try and record some of my thoughts and feelings over the next few weeks, if I can, kind of share my thoughts as somebody who's not quite on the sort of binary spectrum of gender, somebody who's just kind of here, because that's the closest I can get to any really good description. I've been doing a lot of research. I've started purchasing supplies because it's like in a week and a half, just about. And it's very interesting because June 2nd also happens to be the day that I proposed last year to my fiance. And May 31st is my birthday. So it's like, the very middle of the year is becoming like a very important emotional time in my life, which is really interesting, and I think something that I like that a lot, that it's becoming more of an important part of my life. I've notified all of my immediate family, and my fiance and his family have very kindly offered to take care of me when I asked, like, hey, is it okay if I stay here? And they said, yes, you can stay here. We'll help however we can. And it was very sweet and very kind, and I'm very grateful to my fiance for being the sweetheart that he is and, taking care of me during that time. So I'm very grateful. I'm going to be in a very safe house with several people on deck, at least 4. And so it's going to be really nice to know that at any time, if something happens, I will have access to somebody, which is going to be really good. Emotionally, I'm kind of reeling, like, just because there's such a mix of emotions right now. There's a lot of preparation happening for something that I've been waiting for since I was a teenager. And I got the confirmation that Medicaid is going to cover at least some of the costs, which is great, if not most of it. I am really hoping that they are able to cover, I would say, as much as possible. Because, let's face it, until that new job starts, I'm broke. And luckily, I do have that new job lined up, in July. But, emotionally, I'm just going back and forth on things right now in terms of, like, I'm excited, and then dysphoria has been absolutely crazy recently because of the fact that this is happening soon, and finally, like, I'm anticipating the relief and the, struggle that will come with recovery and things like that. And it's gonna be a lot, but I am preparing to handle it as best I can. I'm getting all the supplies that I need, making lists for groceries. I had some lovely people in the community give me some supplies, including a mastectomy pillow and a wedge pillow. So those were some of the most expensive things that I'd have to purchase, and now I don't have to purchase them, which is super nice. But there's a lot going on in my brain right now. Like, a lot of this is going to affect, my life. It's going to affect the way I'm able to move through the world and see myself and just be able to do things. I'll be able to work out and swim and live my life and wear my clothes without this constant barrier. And it's gonna be great, but it takes a lot to get there. And I know the first 2 weeks in particular can be pretty hard. I know myself in that post-op depression because of inactivity can be tough. So I'm going to try and plan things for myself to do in terms of like certain series to watch, games to play and try and finish, people to talk to call, etc. I really want to try my best to make sure that like in that first week I get all the rest that I need. And then that second week I slowly start, getting up, doing things, sort of walking around the house, really trying my best to not stay idle for too long so my depression does not plummet me into the ground. Because it was also like that for 2 other surgeries that I've had. So I know that the post-op depression for just being inactive and being unable to do anything can be pretty intense. But the good thing is, I know that. I have experience with that. I have experience with anesthesia. I have experience with surgery healing. It's going to be different. It's definitely going to be different, but it's going to be good. And so I'm excited about it. And it's a big step, and I want to document as much as I can, because there has always been this sort of, ever since the early 2010s, there's been almost this, this tradition of people who are trans and on the internet, or non-binary on the internet, or any kind of transitioning, really, to document what they can. And I haven't documented most of my testosterone transition because it's been extremely bumpy in terms of trying to find dosages, trying to find doctors. And that was more so like getting to a stable place. This is something much more joyous and much less about like trying my best to just cope. This is more about finally getting something that I have been seeking for ages. So hopefully, I'll remember to, go ahead and post and, continue to update as I can. I'm going to try and not edit too much, try and keep it candid, try and keep it, as real as I can, because there's no real point to editing, just this kind of raw process. I hope that, you'll join me on this journey as I take it. And hopefully everything goes well. So, I'm very excited. I'm getting to heart surgery.